In 1876, Leopold, Duke of Albany, was a bachelor.
Take a wife.
With few prospects. In 2001,
I still don't have the data. I can't do analysis unless you give me numbers.
Kate McKay has a successful career.
You're a rarity among women, Kay. You're like a man.
And no life. But this Christmas,
Are you sitting down?
Yes.
it's time for a change.
I found a portal into 1876. I followed the Duke of Albany around old New York. Here's the kicker. He followed me home.
This film is kind of an urban fable. I mean, the circumstances of the film are ridiculous, but at the same time charming.
Where the hell am I? You're in New York.
Sure, it's not New York!
I'm afraid it is. So you must be Sergeant Pepper?
It's really a fairy tale, and you have to go with it. Sort of the urban fantasy of it.
You're a trip.
It's, in a way, a very old-fashioned love story.
Meg Ryan and Hugh Jackman are two strangers who refuse to let a few centuries come between them.
I have to confess, he's handsome, courteous.
You like him, don't you?
Come behind the scenes with the cast and crew for a look at the making of Kate and Leopold.
Yeah!
Great! That's so good!
You can scarcely see thanks to your spray. My eyes feel like Stako Parv, so I ask you again, where the hell am I?
I've always loved time travel movies, fish out of water stories where, you know, your character is outside their natural environment and how they kind of relate to the world around them.
You get to see him traveling through life, and things we take for granted, you see afresh through his eyes.
Are you going to remove that?
I beg your pardon.
Pick it up and put it in the trash.
Are you suggesting, madam, there exists a law compelling gentlemen to lay hold of canine bowel movements?
I'm suggesting you pick the poop up and throw it away now.
I refuse. Respectfully.
What's your name, Fancy Pants?
Leopold. Alexis. Elijah. Walker. Thomas Gareth Mountbatten.
Leopold is Duke, but doesn't want to be. And he's expected to live a life that is essentially useless as he sees it. Leopold and Kate have a lot in common. They're both kind of uncomfortable in the deck that life has dealt them.
So who do I owe?
Bobby at Hasbro, leaves at Crunch, and the finals came in for Love for Sale. The call at the studio is at 4. Margarine things in 15 in the conference room, and JJ wants to talk to you before that.
Kate's this, dynamic businesswoman. But at home, she's this really wounded, heartbroken person who's trying not to be as lonely as she is. I love the juxtaposition of that.
Kate is caught in the rat race that many of us are caught in. She's dying for something honest, for something true.
You know what? I'm not your girlfriend anymore. I haven't been for a whole month now. You can tell me the truth.
You know what, Kate? This is it, in a nutshell, our downfall. You never, not once, believed in me.
Oh, I did, Stuart. I did for 4 years, and I got burnt.
And in a way, I think it's about two people who there's parts of themselves missing that each of them could fill.
Leopold pushes her buttons in all the great ways and all the awful ways all at once. He doesn't make any sense, and he's in fact everything that drives her nuts. What is that?
I beg your pardon?
Why are you standing?
I'm accustomed to stand when a lady leaves the table.
It's a lot of fun to work with great actors, and in this sense, Meg Ryan is incredibly talented comedian, yet at the same time, an incredibly talented actress.
But I do romantic comedies all the time. Why should I do this one?
It's hilarious, and it's in an office.
Right, but I imagine events like that.
Yeah. Originally, when I was talking to Jim about it, he just did what he said he was going to do, and that doesn't happen very often. I mean, he said he was going to make a particular kind of movie, and I think he has.
And Meg, when you're coming in,
I trust him implicitly, and so here I am.
I remember Breck and I sitting in the trailer, and we were watching some dailies from the first day of filming. Both of us just started giggling. It was like, there's something wrong. It's like, we're in a Meg Ryan movie. It's like you're watching TV and Meg Ryan's on, and then you enter the back. It seems like some sort of college prank or something. Very, very funny. most non-star person I've ever met, and yet she's probably one of the biggest stars I've ever met.
Meg's the kind of girl who, to me, looks more at home in a mosh pit than a waltz room. But I'm sure she'll pick up the waltz fine.
Apparently, Stewart located one utilizing modern... Utilizing...
Oh, stop it, please! No more! Stop, please! I beg you. I'm tired. Can you go away? Can you just go away? Can you go away?
We really wanted someone fresh for Leopold.
Tally-ho, horses are...
I think it's always a wonderful thing when you get someone in a great part opposite someone like Meg, where the chemistry is so fantastic.
And Hugh, he couldn't be more perfect for this part. He has such an incredible manly grace, and he has so much dignity in his bearing, and also a nice sense of humor about himself.
He's a real gentleman, you know, which I always find suspicious. But between the accent and the outfit, and I guess his natural-born chivalry, it's pretty overwhelming.
Leopold is... I love putting him on. I love his dignity, and I love his sense of humor.
I take it you're a career woman.
Market research.
Fine avocation for women research. Perfect for the feminine mind.
She hasn't really seen the richness of life around her, and so when this guy kind of comes into her life, he's the greatest surprise and offers her experiences that she's kind of overlooked.
Give me your hand!
What?
Your hand, woman!
I'm a big fan of comedic films, romantic comedic films, and particularly old-time comedies of the 30s and early 40s. And it's very rare that comedy is something that gets to be explored in a fully committed fashion by great actors who are investing themselves in the charm, in the humor, in the ridiculousness of their circumstances at times, but at the same time, they're real people. And I think that a lot of our players in this movie do that and do it well.
We got lucky because it's a great cast and they all get along really well and they're all really good in the movie. Brad and Natasha, you know, steal scenes.
What is this? To reply to Leopold's invitation.
Uh-huh.
You're going, right?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, you haven't decided if you want to have dinner on your rooftop with a duke.
Natasha's used to playing the edgy parts, but to cast her as kind of a dreamer.
I'm not such a romantic that it doesn't go into some creepy territory of like this super fake, like, oh my God, and look at his muscles, you know, this really weird thing that no one would believe. Okay, I don't know what this guy did to piss you off, but that is the best apology letter in the history of mankind. Just sign it, Kate. It's 4:30, we'll fax it. Kate McKay's office. They hung up.
Everyone brought something to the table. Brecken, who is very quick-witted and a great sparring partner for Liev Schreiber. And Liev is somebody that both Jim and I have always felt is just an impeccable actor. We really wanted this character to have the dramatic chops and the comedic skills, and there really wasn't anybody better than Liev.
Why? No. Okay, brother. Please,
It's not often you get to make a movie that's both an adventure in the 1800s and a comedy in an apartment in the 21st century. One of the things that was really important to me is I didn't want to make it a movie about how beautiful everything was in the past and how ugly everything is now. Because in a way, one of the things Leopold sees when he comes forward is he sees the beauty that we take for granted.
That, my friend, is a miracle.
What?
It's a miracle, man.
It's a bridge.
Because New York is a really old city, places where things haven't changed at all. That you could walk in the same building in 2002 that a Duke walked into in 1876.
You know, it was a very contemporary, cosmopolitan life that was happening in New York in the 1870s, and big things were being built. It was the cusp of a technological revolution.
We built this pretty substantial set underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, and we shot a lot of our exterior locations there.
We've been called upon to make the real Brooklyn Bridge look like it did in 1883. Of course, back then it didn't have all the cables and the road wasn't there. Basically, on all the wide shots that you see in the film will be completely synthetic made in the computer and tied together with Mark Friedberg's set designs.
Okay, there we go.
It's too dangerous to have your actors, as well as stuntmen, like climbing 160, 200 feet in the air, you know, and get that effect of them chasing up, you know, the side of a bridge.
There are 4 or 5 shots of the bridge at night in a rainstorm that obviously have to be completely made up. So what we do is photograph Leopold or Stuart separately against blue screen, reduce them down, and then we can then place them into a completely digital scene.
It's sort of wonderful to see all of that recreated. I love films that take a leap of faith like that do something visually with the imagination.
So, Jeannie, when Liev dumps the plank, give me one hit of lightning, boom, 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 and that's it.
Jim just makes everybody feel empowered. He does everything, I think, that a really, really strong director does. He's going to be working for a long time, and he's just got great ideas, really elevates simple ideas and keeps them simple and clear. It's great.
It is a lot of fun to sort of sit in a room with Jim and improvise and kind of, you know, fool around, because he's very, very quick.
Yes, you could be out there.
He's so much fun, and he created such a really happy working environment where everyone felt that they had the liberty to add stuff or ask questions.
I am the very model of a modern major general, life information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the facts historical, from Marathon to Waterloo and orders categorical. I'm very good at visual and differential calculus and the scientific being analyzed as short and vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
I thought it was a great challenge, and on every level. I mean, for Jim and visually, for Meg's part, my part, to bring all these things together was a great challenge, and if done properly, would, I think, be a film that I would be proud to be part of.
It's for you, Kate.
If I caught the world in a bottle and everything was still beneath the moon.
Leo, don't you think it's time you tell me who you are?
I am the man who loves your sister.
This movie poses the question, is there really the possibility for true romance? For true love? Can it really exist?
I want more of this, more 1876.
It's a romantic comedy about time travel. People finding their right place in time, in themselves, and with each other.
You love him, right?
Yeah.
It's about loving life and taking time to enjoy that life and tasting it.
This was lovely. But I don't know if I can leap. Love is always complicated. It was then, it is now, it will still be, and it's the best thing we've got.
Here in your arms where the world is impossibly still, with a million dreams to fulfill, in a matter of moments until the dancing ends. Here in your arms and everything seems to be clear. Not a solitary thing do I feel, except when this moment comes near the dancing's end. Oh, if I caught time in an hourglass, saddled up the moon, and we would ride until the stars grew dim, until the time that time stands still, until your love would it shine for me? If I was smart as Aristotle and understood the rings around the moon, what could it all matter if you love me? Here in your arms where the world is impossibly still, with a million dreams to fulfill, and a matter of moments until the dancing ends. Here in your arms, when everything seems to be clear, not a solitary thing would I fear, except when this moment comes near the dancing's end. If I caught the world in an hourglass, saddle up the moon, so we could ride until the stars grew dim, until one day you meet a stranger and all the noise is silenced in the room. You'll feel that you're close to some mystery in the moonlight, and everything shadows. You feel as if you've known her all your life. The world's oldest lesson in history. Here in your arms, where the world is impossibly still, with a million dreams to fulfill, and a matter of moments until the dancing ends. You're in your arms when everything seems to be clear, not a solitary thing do I fear, except when this moment comes near the dancing